I said a story somewhere, and I was talking about millionaires, how a bunch of millionaires were fighting their competitors to be better than their competition. After I said the story, a guy comes over to me and he says, that story is not true. It's not true. Successful people don't focus on their competition. They just do what they need to do and they don't look around. I said, okay, I hear that. I hear that. People like to compete against themselves. Afterwards, I said, 1 second. If this guy is telling me a story about millionaires is not true, must be this guy is a successful man. So I went over to him and I said, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Ellie Scheller. What's your name? And he said his name is Jordan. And it turns out this guy was a very wealthy guy. So I said, please, could you give me some advice? I want to be successful myself. I'm trying to grow. Could you give me some advice? He said, yeah, I'll tell you. I used to be part of a motorcycle racing team, and I was good, but I was not great. There were guys that were much faster than me, and I took lessons, I got tips, I got a faster bike, but I was never at the top. I tried, and eventually, I gave it up. But I asked some of the best guys that were on the team, what's the difference between me and you? I have a fast bike, I got lessons, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. And you know what they said? They said, Jordan, when you're racing around the track and you're going around the bends, you're focused on those bends to make sure you don't slip, you don't fall down. We are focused 500 feet from here. You see, we thought about those bends 500 feet before we got there. We're constantly looking ahead. And Jordan told me the same thing is in your life. If you come into today just thinking about today, you're not going to be as far as someone else that's thinking about 3 years from now. And that's what he told me. You have to have a plan. You got to think about where you want to be in life. Not 5 years. 5 years is a little too long because by then we'll be flying in space probably. Things change so quickly. But you have to have a 3-year plan. What's going to be in 3 years from now? Where do you want to be? What are your dreams? Write it down. What is your dream life? If you had all the money in the world, all the time in the world, what would you want to do? Now, a lot of people have a hard time figuring out, what do I want to do? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And I have good advice for you. What don't you want to do? It's much easier to think about what you don't want to do. Oh, I definitely don't want to be a delivery guy. I definitely don't want to be sitting down all day by the computer. Ooh, okay. So you already have a couple things that you don't want to be doing. Work that way. The things that you definitely don't want to be doing, now you're getting closer to what you want to be doing. And I once met another billionaire whose name is Mr. Ellie Horn. And he told me, I asked him, I said, please, you're a successful guy. Tell me something. And he said, okay, when you find what you love doing, don't go after it. Run after it. Just run. You gotta run. As soon as you find what you love doing, run. Just keep going. Just keep going. Don't stop. Just go. And I asked him, I said, but how do you know when you find what you love doing? He looks at me and he says, you'll know. You'll know. So everyone has something inside of them that they love doing and that they're great at. And when it feels good, you know it. That's what you were born to do. So keep following your passion. Think of a plan for 3 years from now. Thank you for listening.